Welcome back, Illumiteers. Today, we're going to be covering the top 10 alien characters we think we're going to see in Lorcana in the next 3 years.
And if you think this is easy, you're wrong. This is a lot harder than you think. So we've all seen the preview cards now. There are 7 of them, and we've learned a lot of things. One of them is, like in a lot of these other card games, each character is going to have types or subtypes, tribes, as you will, that they belong to. We see this in a lot of different card games. Magic, Pokemon, for example. These creatures have types, and it's a common thing to try to build decks around them. What we're seeing in Lorcana is most likely we're going to have the same type of tribal interaction. So Stitch, for example, has the alien subtype, the Floodborn subtype, and the hero subtype. So now that we know that aliens are a thing, we're speculating on what we think a tribal alien deck could look like in the next 3 years.
As Liam mentioned earlier, this was a lot more difficult than we thought it was going to be. We set a few parameters for ourselves when creating our lists. The first is that we could choose from any property Disney currently has the rights to distribute. The second is that we could only choose one alien from each of those properties to include in this list. Liam, do you want to start us with your first alien?
I would love to. So we've ruled out Lilo and Stitch because we know Stitch is in the game and there's a ton of aliens to choose from, but we felt like that was too easy. So that's off the list. So for the next one, I'm going to go for, I think, the next lowest hanging fruit in Disney animated films, and that's Treasure Planet. I know what you're going to say. A bit obscure, maybe. But when you look at Disney animated films from Disney Animation Studios, there aren't many aliens to choose from. And Treasure Planet, an entire animated film built around aliens and outer space, this one seemed like a good one.
So who's your alien?
Well, Long John Silver, and here's why. Not only is he an alien, but he's also a pirate. And we know that pirates are a subtype. Add to that, he's a villain. Disney, we have heroes, we have villains, and Disney's going to be looking for all the villains they can. Because in general, you have 1 or 2 villains per movie and a ton of heroes. Long John Silver is an easy pick, and as a bonus, if we get Long John Silver, I bet we're going to get Morph as well. And Morph is one of my favorite Disney sidekicks. So that's my first one.
So my first is Zerg from the Toy Story franchise.
So good.
I mean, Buzz's dad, the most recent, the Buzz Lightyear movie that just came out this summer. I definitely think he's a shoo-in to make an appearance. Similar to Long John Silver, also a villain. And I think that could add to the swath of villains that we could see popping up across the Lorcana game in the next few years. So how excited are you to see Zerg in the game? Scale of 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10, Zerg, I'm at like a 9. Great character. I think we'll see him. Really excited to see him.
Yeah, I probably am up there as well. I would definitely say a 9 or a 10. I think he's going to be a great foil to a potential Buzz or a Woody character. So what do you think is your next pick?
So number 2 for me, I think is another low-hanging fruit. I'm going to break out of Disney Animation Studios and go Star Wars. I'm going to pick Ahsoka Tano.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he loves Ahsoka. So tell us why why did Ahsoka get above Baby Yoda?
Look, there's 1,000 aliens we could choose from in Star Wars. I mean, some of them Chewie, Yoda, Baby Yoda, all great picks. But Ahsoka is one of the best written characters that Disney has put out in years. Lucasfilm nailed it with her. She is a fantastic, strong female lead, wonderful character, well-developed. And if you haven't watched Clone Wars, you should. She's appearing in other Disney franchises. She might get her own spinoff. And I really want to do battle with her on the table in front of me as a character I can play.
So I will say, we've talked about this a little bit amongst the 2 of us. We definitely have suspicions that we're going to see multiple versions of different characters. We've talked about this with Mickey, potentially some of the other classic characters. What version of Ahsoka are you most excited to see? Is it Clone Wars? Is it Mandalorian? Is it Rebels? What phase of her life do you want to see?
I'm going to be quite honest. I love young Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars. Right when she gets there, she's an apprentice. She is impetuous. She is daring. She is bold, a little mouthy at times. I love her. And I'd be excited to play any version, but give me young Ahsoka any day.
Awesome. Okay, so I have a feeling I already know the answer to this question, but how excited are you to see Ahsoka in...
Can I do 11?
I don't think that's within
Let's
the
do
rules.
10.
Okay. Okay. You know, and honestly, because I know it would make you so happy, I'm going to go with 10 as well. I think you breaking a pack and pulling Ahsoka Tano out of that pack, I honestly hope we're able to catch that on video for this channel because his face is going to go crazy. It's going to be fantastic. So the third we have is Materi from Avatar. So completely breaking the bank on my whole, I think they're going to do animation before they do live action. But I think Materi is such a shoo-in, especially with the new Avatar movie coming out. Again, similar to Ahsoka, I think she's such a strong female character and is a fantastic opportunity to explore female heroes in Lorcana.
And Disney's already leaning into Avatar with a lot of their rides and some of their worlds down at Disney World. So yeah, I think it's a good possibility.
So for me, excitement wise, I think I feel like we're excited about all of these. I'm gonna go with like a 7 for her from excitement perspective. What about you?
I'm at a 6. Avatar is not top of my list. Great films, but a 6.
Okay.
My next is the emotions from Inside Out. And I have to pick one. If I have to pick one, I'm going to go with Joy. I know what you're thinking. These aren't aliens. They're imaginary creatures that live inside our heads. But here's the thing. In a lot of these card games, these really obscure subtypes, like emotions, let's say, they're not going to do those because there's not a lot of synergy with others. If we did emotions, we'd have 5. Maybe 6 if you counted Bing Bong or some of the other creatures inside it. But I think what they're going to do is they're going to find the closest subtype to these emotions. That would be alien, I propose. And we're going to see the emotions as aliens in the card game.
Okay, sounds good. And so if we specifically just talk about Joy, because they're all, I think, would be fantastic options to add. But let's hypothetically say Joy is the first one out of the gate. How excited are you to see her in the game?
In the game, again, 8. Love the movie, love the franchise, love the character.
Okay.
Love Amy Poehler.
Yeah, it's hard to go wrong there. I think I'm probably at a 6 or a 7. I just think that there are so many options. I am really excited to see them, but I think I'm at a 6 or a 7. So my next one is Gonzo from the Muppets, who I completely identified with as a child. I felt like he was just that like awkward friend. And it was established in one of the Muppets movies that
Muppets from Space.
That he is in fact an alien. And so I think he is a shoo-in for a good first Muppet to appear in some of the Lorcana decks and cards.
So you think we'll see the Muppets eventually?
Oh, I definitely do. Again, I think they were this perfect blend between live action and animation. So I don't necessarily think that they're going to be some of those people that we're going to see right out of the gates that are true Disney animation, but I think we might see them before we start seeing a ton of live action characters come into play in the game.
All right.
So for excitement wise, I'm probably, I don't know, for Gonzo, I'm probably like a 7 or an 8. I know we're really hard at we're not setting true numbers here. This is just all ballpark, but I think I'm at a 7 or an 8 for Gonzo coming out. So 7.5. So
I'm not gonna lie. I'm at about a 4. Love the Muppets. Not so excited to do battle with them. Not quite the vibe I'm looking for in the game. Really excited to collect them. Not so excited to play with them. I think about a 5.
Of course you're excited to collect them. You're excited to collect all the cards.
That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. My next pick, I'm going to lean into Marvel. I know you're all surprised that we waited this long, but I'm going with Marvel, and I'm going to go with Groot. Lots of aliens to choose from. I mean,
lots of aliens to choose from.
So many aliens to choose from. But really, you got to narrow it down to a handful, and it's between Rocket and Groot. And for me, Groot is number 1. I'm excited to see him on the table, and I think he'll bring some really cool abilities into play when we get to play with him.
Okay, I'm going to ask a similar question to Ahsoka. What age of Groot do you want to see the most?
Oh, baby Groot, absolutely.
Yeah, that would be pretty adorable.
Baby
absolutely.
Groot with the power of dance. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so he's gonna dance the opponent into submission.
Yep,
okay, great. Fantastic. How excited are you to see Baby Groot on the table when we're playing
10,
Lorcana?
hands down.
I will go with 9. That post-credit scene with him dancing, I think to Michael Jackson, one of my favorite things of all time. I mean, love all Marvel post-credit scenes, but that has got to be in my top 3 post-credit scenes for Marvel, so I just adore him. Okay, so next for me, a little bit of out of left field here, is the alien from the short Lifted.
I told you we had to go obscure with some of these because this is a really hard list.
I love him so much. It's one of my favorite shorts.
For those
of
who
all
don't
time.
remember, this is the Pixar short where the alien has the controls and he tries to lift the farmer out of the house. And there's 2 aliens in it. They're adorable.
They're pretty fantastic.
They're pretty obscure.
Yeah. I mean, especially when things are going haywire. I think he would be fantastic. Like, I think that he could have some sort of ability where he just like pulls another character off the playing table. Like, I think that he would be fantastic as a character, and goes with my theory. He's animated.
It's a deep cut.
Yeah. So from an excitement perspective, I think I would be at a 9 for him.
Yep.
Like, I would be so happy when we crack our first pack if he is in it.
Yep. You know what? I'm also at a 9 because some of these deep cuts are some of the most exciting. Give me the alien from Lifted. Give me the dog from Feast. Give me Paperman from Paperman or Sandpiper from Piper. My goodness.
Okay, what's your next?
All right. I'm going to be obscure again. Here's a fun one. Unnamed alien from Strange World. For those of you who didn't see, there is a new Disney movie coming out in the next few years that takes place on another planet. They feature an alien, no idea of its name, no idea of its species. It's blue, it's adorable. We're going to show you a picture. And I think we could see it. And here's why. I think Disney wants to get people back in the theaters. And I think that using this card game to promote new films is something Disney and Ravensburger would definitely lean into. We may see whole sets designed around new movies, or similar to how the Pokemon movie back in the 90s gave out promo cards to individuals who went to see the movie in theaters. I bet we could see promotional cards with unique art or something as promos for people to who go see these movies in the theaters. So buy a ticket, get a promotional card, or maybe 1 or 2. I bet you would have Lorcana fans going back to the theater 2, 3, 4 times to collect sets of cards from these movies.
That would be him. He would bring all of our friends to go see the movies so that we could get all of the cards. That's
true. I need 5 people to come. Everybody pick a different card. But anyway, so the unnamed alien from Strange World is my pick number 5. It's coming out in the next few years, and we'll see how much Disney wants to lean into Lorcana to promote some of its other franchises that they're looking to capitalize on.
So how excited are you about seeing said unnamed alien?
I have no idea how to rank this because I've never seen the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, for now, I'm going to say a 2.
Yeah. I'm probably low because I haven't created some sort of like affinity or bond with this character. So I'm going to go with a 3. Okay, so I think the final character on our list, which I'm
super excited for this one. Keep going.
Oh, okay, he's moving. Okay, so the final character on our list is a character, you're giving it away, that I grew to love when Liam and I started dating. He first had me play Kingdom Hearts, and that is the Heartless. Love the Heartless. Again, maybe not an alien, maybe an alien. I mean, the closest thing we can get to an alien. Yes.
Not from Earth.
So Liam just not so subtly with our Keyblade.
Oh, those who know now.
But yeah, I would absolutely love to see the Heartless make its way onto our Lorcana playing mat. So I think I'm gonna go with maybe an 8 with excitement to see the Heartless in Lorcana.
Look, I'm gonna go with a 10, and here's why. If we see the Heartless in the game, we're gonna see other Kingdom Hearts characters in the game. Now, some of them are other Disney characters, but some of them are unique to the game, like Sora.
Yeah.
If we see Sora and Riku and Kairi in Lorcana, again, super excited to do battle with them. Having Ahsoka battle Sora doesn't get any better than that.
All right, so that's our top 10. If you think that we missed anyone or you have any great alien ideas that you're excited to see in the next 3 years, please drop them in the comments below.
Hey, before we go, I want you to mention your honorable mention because I think it's super creative. It's not going to happen, but you got to mention it.
Well, and it also breaks the rules.
It does break the rules.
So my honorable mention is the mosquitoes from Lilo and Stitch.
Okay. Hey, thanks for tuning in and watching the video. We really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you like the video, and thanks for joining us. Bye, Illumiteers.
Bye.